Good morning, pregame crew. It is Charkow Lori here. It is Tuesday, January 11th, 8:23 a.m. Eastern, 6:23 a.m. Mountain Time. You are at the pregame show. This is where we talk about football and, no, just kidding. This is where we talk about stocks and we get prepared for the trading day together. How are ya? Audio visual check, please. Good morning, Chuck. Thank you. Hey, Glass Eye. It's afternoon where you are. Hey, Fat Man, John Williams, Amaka, Jessica Wynn, Train Man, Veronica, Blue Dog, Night Truck, Topher, Lisa, Louie, Mark, Roger. Good morning. Thanks, Blue Dog. I appreciate it. As always, the early arrivers always get first dibs on any request. And then once I go over a couple requests, then I'll start with the indices, crypto, commodities, movers and shakers of the day. And again, you're here early, so I'm going to give you a sneak preview. Here are all my movers and shakers. Red means I'm leaning bearish. Green means I'm leaning bullish. Does it mean I'm going to be right? Nope. But we're going to go with the higher probability setups and see if we can get a green day going. Congrats, Georgia fans. Congrats. I was happy to see Bama get beat. Sorry, I'm an LSU alumni, and Nick Saban did the unthinkable and went to another SEC school, so I just can't support that, even though he's pretty awesome to have won everything that he's won. All right. Go Tigers. That's right, MG. You know where your bread's buttered. Okay, Dkng first for Jessica. Dkng is the number one, from my understanding, in CNBC, if they're telling the truth, for New York online gambling. There's 4 different companies that they're working with, but Dkng is number one, and New York went live with online gambling on Saturday. So I would have thought there would have been a more bullish response yesterday. However, in light of the market weakness, this makes sense. So right now, let's see if this is just a channel. We broke above it and then couldn't get any follow through. So I would say they're attempting to break out of this falling wedge bullish, Jessica. Let's go look at the hourly. And let's map out the most likely scenarios. How about that? Actually, let me get the day high. Okay. Come on. So odds favor a lower high compared to yesterday. So I would actually be looking bearish on this name today. Either attempting a short fish at a short fish. Yeah, that too. Oh, that's what we should call it. A top fish short. Something like that. 26.44 is the more aggressive attempt, and then 27.10 would be the more conservative attempt. And what we're looking for is 4-hour lower highs compared to yesterday's high. So I kind of like that one short. If you're in long though, and you bought the dip, you're like, I want to let this play out, then just make yesterday's low hold. 24.83. I would go all the way down to 24.75 and say, okay, that level must hold for me to stay long. And another thing that I know a lot of us don't do, but if you want to hold through consolidation, you say, okay, I bought this dip. Maybe you bought it over here and you sat through a lot of consolidation. So no more consolidation. You can sit through it, but then buy puts. So if you're in Dkng long commons, you could buy puts up here if you're a seasoned options trader. TRHC. I haven't heard that one in a while. Oh, I was thinking of another one, a marijuana name. Nice daily EQ. So we call a daily EQ an equilibrium. So here. So let's map you through it. Higher high, higher low, lower high, higher low by the hair of their chinny chin chin. They're at 1363. So the tighter we go. So key resistance for today is yesterday's high, 1571. That's a pretty healthy day. It was up green on a pretty red day for the market, even though we did have some late afternoon bounces, but this one was relatively strong out the gate. So nice name, daily EQ. I will get started officially in 2 minutes. I'm going to do Adobe. Adobe's software name getting beat up with these high US 10-year rates. On the monthly, we lost the uptrend. Next key support below yesterday's low, 49701, is 46850. So aggressive bulls, and we had some aggressive bulls in our room that were buying this flush of 500 yesterday. You have plenty of room for a higher low compared to 497.01 on a pullback. Let me see what time frame gives me clarity. So we're looking for a lower high on the 12-hour and on the daily. Man, what a bullish engulfing candle that was, huh? That's pretty cool. So we're just looking for lower highs, and when we hit that either daily 8 EMA or 12 EMA, we're looking for lower highs, and then the question is, will the pullback be healthy? And I would argue bulls have given themselves plenty of room for higher lows on lots of time frames. You're welcome. Let's do Tesla. Scott, I will have to do that. So Scott is asking, can you do a segment on selecting the right calls or puts if you believe a stock or rise will fall but can't afford the stock, i.e. Tesla? So Scott, the question is for day trade or swing trade. Those answers are way different. So on Tesla, we got a nice bounce yesterday. And remember, Tesla had news. Let me show you the news. Right here. Tesla shares are up 1.1% pre-market after CPCA data showed record monthly sales of companies' China-made vehicles. And it also got an upgrade by Morgan Stanley. Price target raised to $1,300 from $1,200. So Tesla had two pieces of good news this morning. Nice green candle, lower wick of bulls buying the dip. We held that 50 RSI on the daily. You see that? Right there? Pretty good. Pretty good. All right. Bulls have plenty of room for hourly and 4-hour higher lows. I'm looking for levels on the 15-minute at least. Nope, don't want that one. So, top fishing. So top fishing Tesla makes sense against 1085, okay? We got a big band up here at 1085. But Tesla got two pieces of good news. Why do I want to go short the big bully? It's like walking up on the playground to the biggest bully and punching them in the mouth. Tesla's a big bully. They got an amazing bounce yesterday, and they got great news this morning. Could be a 15-minute head and shoulders. Neckline break would be 1063. Aggressive bears, which I ain't it, not it. Aggressive bears will be looking to top fish 1085. Conservative bulls will be looking to bottom fish, I would say 1050 area. If you could get it that low, that would be great. But I don't see a short on Tesla up here with that news. The price level says, yeah, short it, but not with the news. Hey, Greg, how are you? Okay, Scott, so let me show you here, right now. Even though it's 8:31 a.m., let's talk about this. So if I were going to short Tesla, let me write the notes. So if I were going to day trade Tesla short, now I said I wasn't, so don't read this screen and say she's shorting Tesla, because it's not what I'm saying. So if I'm shorting the 1085 area, I would look for 1090 puts. Those are more in the money for this Friday. If I'm looking to day trade Tesla long, and let's say I'm looking at the 1050 area, I would go like 1040. Yeah, 1040 calls. I want to be a little bit further in the money. So I like to pick 1 or 2 in the money, meaning my strikes. I want them in the money because I don't want Dkng to start getting me right off. That's the boogeyman. The boogeyman's Dkng. I don't want him to get me. And then if it's Monday through Wednesday, I pick this week's expiration. If it's Thursday or Friday, I pick the next week's expiration. So that's an example of how I would day trade Tesla long or short. You want 1 in the money. So let's do another example. Apple. Let's go look at Apple. That's not going to make me look at Apple. Come on. Okay, so Apple. Let's say I wanted to short 174 area. So what I would do, I would look to buy the 175 puts. So I'm going 1 in the money. this week expiry. If I'm looking to go long, I would look to buy the 173, and I think Apple will go 172. Like sometimes it'll do 172.5 calls for this week. So always one in the money, rarely at the money, because we want to give ourselves a little space for being wrong. So I hope that makes sense. All right. Let's go look at our business. All right, I'm Chart Gal Lori. I'm part of the pregame show, and I'm part of Chart Guys community. We teach technical analysis, and what I do every morning is I break down the indices, crypto, commodities, movers, and shakers of the day. I try to get you ready for the trading day. We pick those queen of the mountain setups, and all that means is these are setups that I find more favorable than others. If you don't follow me on Twitter, why not? Chart Gal Lori. I post charts, setups, links, other fun stuff. So let's look at ES. So yesterday we had all the fears, just all the emotions in one day. It felt like a real roller coaster, just reading tweets and messages, people just really getting caught up in the anxiety of it all. And people trying to make all their money on what? January 10th? Y'all, it's January 11th. Y'all need to breathe. We've got 11 and a half months left in this year, plus some. So let's just take it easy. The more money you try to make in the shortest amount of time equals the more money you're going to lose. So I have people messaging me, I need a swing candidate. Relax. The market will be here. We have great trade setups that are coming our way. They're going to come at us weekly and maybe even monthly. They're going to be high conviction ones and we're going to crush it. But I need you to relax. If you are like holding on to the desk and you're like gripping it, that's not going to make you money. If you're not chill, money's not going to come your way. We need to get you in flow state. It's something Dan talks a lot about if you watch his videos. So if you're interested in my chart setup, it's on the screen now. We had an awesome bounce yesterday. Wonderful bounce, and we made us enough room for higher lows on lots of time frames. So here's the fly in the ointment. We're rejecting at the 50 RSI on ES. This is something I'm going to keep an eye on. We do have a squeeze that's forming on the 4 hour. We're running into the 21 EMA, and I drew this trend line on the 2 hour, so that's why it probably looks wonky on the 4 hour. But we have this downtrend line, and now we're back testing it. So we're running into the 2 hour 50 EMA. We're coming back testing. We have slightly enough room for a 2 hour higher low compared to 4653. We have enough room for a 4 hour higher low compared to that 4653. So what's the name of the game? Hourly uptrend is the name of the game. So let's go look at Nasdaq. Nasdaq has a potential 2 hour inverse head and shoulders. Here's the left shoulder, which was very tiny, deep V head. It looks like Patrick, SpongeBob. Hey, Patrick, if you're listening. And then the right shoulder. And we're running into that 2 hour 50 EMA here, back testing the EMAs. And we're over 50 on the 2 hour, and the 4 hour we are not. So the 4 hour RSI is going to pose a short-term problem for the Nasdaq and ES bulls. We do have this 2 hour inverse head and shoulders on the table. And this is what gives me hope for market bulls. And remember, this is a caution day. We have Jay Powell talking today about getting, I don't know, whatever. Is he getting reaffirmed or whatever the right word is? I try to avoid it. I just go, no, when I hear people talking about Powell on CNBC, because it's just all of it's so negative. And I'm just not a negative person. So what I see is a potential 2 hour bear flag on VIX. So this is the hope for the bulls. The VIX could bounce 50%, even 61.8%. Fib, golden pocket, 65%. And we're still looking for a lower high on tons of time frames. So what happened yesterday was, here. We pulled back 18.5% from yesterday's high. Just as quickly as that fear entered the market, it left the market. Oh my God, the sky is falling. Oh, we're great, we're fine, look at that bounce. Oh, Amazon, Tesla bounce is wonderful. So the VIX bulls are set up the worst today. So I don't know if I need to say that better. That was so Louisiana. The VIX bulls do not have the optimum setting to continue their bullish pattern upwards like ES and Nasdaq does. However, gun to head. Lori, you have to tell us, what is your bias? Now, this is a bias because God knows what's going to happen. My bias today is bearish in the morning. Let's get time for this VIX bounce to get going and healthy pullbacks on all of our indices. And then let's resume higher as a market. So for me, where does VIX top out will mark the temporary bottom of the market on any pullback. But I'm looking bearish this morning and I'm looking bullish in the afternoon. We have a lot of structure that was broken on a lot of charts. Let's go look at the Nasdaq daily. We lost our uptrend. 15152. We broke below this 350 points. We lost our uptrend. ES did not. Let's look at ES on the weekly. My mouse isn't moving. Weekly, we have a beautiful uptrend. We kissed that 21 EMA on the weekly, and then we promptly went back over the 8 EMA yesterday with dip buying. We call this, y'all know what I'm going to say. I say it almost every day. Mean reversion, mean reversion, mean reversion, mean reversion. And as long as these mean reversions hold, no sweat. No sweat for the market bulls. Mean reversion. 21 EMA is the mean. We mean revert, we bounce from it. Great. No issues here on ES. ES is not as broken as the Nasdaq is. So US 10-year, here's the other fly in the ointment. This could be a daily bull flag on the US 10-year. We're changing this hourly trend here. We got a higher high, and now let's see if the bulls can pull off a higher low. As long as this is doing some giddy up, it's going to be a headwind for the Nasdaq bulls. US 10-year is bad for tech. So they want to see this, the Nasdaq bulls want to see this chill out. Yeah, let's go look at something for fun. I don't even know if it's fun to look at. Look at this. Remember we talked about this about a month ago? Oh, there it is. So last time I measured this for y'all, it was 400%. Now look, 483%, the US 2-year. This is a more sensitive measurement of current inflation because it's only a 2-year yield. And you could just see how exponentially this is just driving higher. This is very ominous for the economy, this measurement, that the US 2-year is rising so much more rapidly than the US 10-year because it's more sensitive to current environment and conditions. So this is very concerning for the market. I think the market has a ton of work to do. We got a great bounce yesterday. We gave ourselves enough room for higher lows on the 4-hour. We have enough room. We have enough room for a higher low. Compared to 1515250. But I don't know that today is the day to start gunslinging. If you want to like buy a lot of crap, I don't know. And I'm sorry if I said crap. If you're listening, that's a bad word. I can't stand all these notifications. No, I don't have OCD much. But just relax, and let's let Jay Powell do what he's going to do. How does it impact the dollar? How does it impact gold? And then we'll find opportunities. They may be first thing this morning. My gut is we're going to have better opportunities midday once this healthy consolidation is over. And as long as it remains healthy, then we can look to be dip buyers on pullbacks. So I'm looking short this morning and I am looking long midday to afternoon if the thesis continues. Resistance on RTY 2184. Did I give it to you on Nasdaq? Nasdaq 15734 is your resistance. And on ES, your resistance is 468825. And if this is your first time here, welcome. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notify button. Follow me on Twitter. I am Chart Gal Lori. And I don't get to mod the room. We have awesome mods that are in the room that answer any questions you may have. The rate at which I am ripping through charts, I don't have time to read questions. Okay. We may have the day of the drunk girl getting back home from the bar, y'all. And what y'all is talking about is we had such a wide range yesterday that it's highly probable we stay within those ranges. However, ES is already broke above. Nasdaq is already broke above. RTY has not. And YM has not. So if you're watching a name that's opening up in the middle of yesterday's range, odds favor an inside bar day. And those can be erratic. And that's why I make the joke about the drunk girl walking home from the bar in high heels, because they can be, again, very erratic as the bulls and bears duke it out. Now on VIX, we're looking for a lower high compared to 2333, barring any crazy stuff that Powell may say at 10 a.m. And I'm not saying he's crazy, but however the market perceives it to be crazy. Bitcoin, We're getting an upper wick of profit taken there on that daily candle. We're giving back a lot. Support is down at 41591 and 41506. Resistance 42620. On the 4 hour, we have enough room for a higher low relative to 39650. It just doesn't look snazzy. We double topped right here. How about that for a word? Snazzy. Oh, thank you, Chris. Okay. Trying to block this crazy person. All right. Gold. So gold is running into the 4 hour 50 MA. Let's get our bearings on gold. If you watch, well, I can't get it like that. So if you watched Dan's video yesterday, the aftermarket video, I watch them every single day. Yeah, I may be a chart gal, but I watch everything. I always learn something, and I think that you should be watching them too. So I was looking at this monthly tightening range. He's looking for a potential entry. On the daily, we lost this uptrend. We lost 1789. So an aggressive bull will be looking for a higher low compared to 1781. Today, with Powell's comments, it could affect the dollar, which would impact gold. So I would just stay loose with this idea and just stay relaxed. Yes, we have an hourly uptrend, and that would be lost if we lose 1803. Oil. I know y'all tired of me talking about this weekly lower high, 2 week lower high. I know. I covered my shorts down here, and I would like to enter short again. So we have API estimates at 4:30 Eastern today. We have oil inventory at 10:30 a.m. tomorrow. So please be careful as we're trying to nail this weekly lower high. So on any bounce, I missed this bounce actually. This was the ideal area to short, top fishing these lower highs. But a bounce into 79.40 could be an area to short on oil. Nat gas, trying to put in that monthly high or low. Very erratic. I just want to remind you we have a gap down here at 3946. Now I usually want to see those gaps filled before I go long. And we have this diamond pattern that's forming on nat gas, and then it's breaking bear. It needs to lose 3977 to confirm that bear break. But this does not look constructive. It looks messy, and life is hard. So I'm not going to trade a messy chart. I've had messy marriages, and I exited those quickly, stage right. So I'd like to exit messy charts as well. Okay, so AMC is not going to let me short it. It's going to start pulling back in pre-market. So bounce up to 2290, I think, is a great risk-reward area to short AMC. I told you yesterday I'd look to short any bounce, and I still stay by that. So AMC would look to short a bounce. AMD got to upgrade. So AMD had a wonderful bounce yesterday, and on any bounce, we're looking for a 4 hour lower high compared to 13772. How this thing pulls back will be everything. We want it to pull back in a healthy way. And I would say healthy is as long as it holds 12943 on a pullback. But odds favor that it wouldn't go down that far. We'll see. If the market starts pulling back this morning in fear of Powell, then yes, we can make it back all the way to 129.50. So AMD is one of my long ideas. Okay, so Bill paying the bills. So Bill, we're looking for a monthly high or low. The daily's oversold. It got initiation this morning, coverage initiation at 296. This represents a very decent risk to reward for a pullback buy on Bill. I usually like to use the 15-minute chart for targets. So that would be 195.14. So that's about the general area where I drew the box. So a pullback to 195.14 could be an ideal area to enter a long on Bill. Give me a pullback this morning and give me something to buy. A high of low bar, a stair step pattern, an EQ, 30-minute inside bars. Give me something. I can't just go buy the runaway train. CROX. I posted this yesterday. It was a pretty cool setup. I love it when we have clear double bottoms. So look right up here. Okay, right there. You see that? So last month's low in December was 115.85. Yesterday's low, 115.58. So it broke it bare by what? 27 cents and bounced. So I think this represents a decent risk reward, and I would look to buy a pullback on Crox. Just 1 second. Sorry, I didn't want to cough in y'all's ears. So on CROX, I would look to buy a pullback to 120.50 area. It represents a very, very nice risk to reward. I posted it in the room about here yesterday. It was a nice setup. But the setup is still there for a potential bottom fish. GS, I like top fishing bank names. So I'm going counter trend here. Banks have been strong, and I'm picking on them, and I don't even care. I'm not even apologetic about it. So I like a short of GS against 404.37. I'm going to jump to JPM because I like that one even better because we double topped. Give me clear double tops, 169.44, 169.31. So do y'all see that? So JPM is not up at all-time highs, but its larger sector is. XLF got a new all-time high yesterday. Well, that's bearish divergence. So that's why I'm picking on JPM, and I like that one even better than GS. A top fish of 168.53 and or 169.30 if we make it all the way up there. Hood, I don't know if they have a lawsuit this morning that some guy who got hurt by them and the Reddit stuff got awarded $29,000. Of course, it's a minor lawsuit settlement, but it's a big precedent being set that brokerage platforms can be held accountable or liable for retail traders' losses. So that's kind of interesting. So if you're in hood long, I'm sorry, but I would top fish 16 or even 16.10 on any bounce. Hood to the downside. ICPT. One second. I'm trying to get this guy. I know he's making you dizzy. I'm sorry, y'all. That's when you know you're kind of making it when those spammers come around. So ICPT got to upgrade, I believe, to $30. So I like a buy of ICPT on a pullback to yesterday's high, 15.27. Represents a nice risk to reward. I think it was the 4 hours where I saw that support. Yeah, 4 hour support at 14.40, and yesterday we held 14.45. UPST, I like to the long side. I called it out in this weekend's TCG member video, 107.26. We hit 107.29. We actually had a member, AM, I believe, posted yesterday, hey y'all, UPST is right there. And man, was that a beautiful dip buy. So I like a pullback buy again on UPST. When? I like a top fish of 82.30. It got a downgrade today. And I didn't like something on the daily. What was it? It's these EMAs. When they start separating like that, that just shows that downward momentum. I'm not saying we're going to get follow through like this. I'm just saying that this downward momentum, the way the slope of the EMAs are to the downside, it could be pretty gnarly. Out the money is more affordable, Scott, but decay starts getting you immediately. Absolutely immediately. So if you're not a seasoned options trader, you can buy. So he's asking about Tesla calls. So Tesla, you can buy a Tesla call vertical. And what's Tesla right now? 1075. You could say, I will buy. Come on, computer. 1075 call. And sell the Tesla 1080 call against it. And that becomes a vertical. It limits your upside, but it limits your downside as well. That's just another way to play it. So options traders have lots of options. Ha ha ha. So thank you for joining me. Let me go look at XRP. Yeah, hit the like button, why don't you? Okay, so XRP, that's not what I want. That's what I want. Okay, so XRP, what do I think? On the weekly, we have enough room, not a ton of room, but enough room for higher low compared to 60 cents. But those bulls need to get to work now. Get that 4 hour higher low compared to 6967, and then break to a higher high above 7568. I'd stay on that 4 hour time frame for perspective. All right, that's it for me. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notify button. Follow me on Twitter, ChartGalLori, TCGers. Dan will be live in 8 minutes, and he will answer any chart requests that you have within reason. We go live 3 times a day. I will be live today at noon Eastern, and then Dan will be live again end of day. All right, use stop losses.